My intuition and my sense is very strong when it comes
Yeah,
to.
there are certain people that she has tried to like warn me about. And
Yes.
for me as a guy,
No,
I'm like,
he's chill.
I'm like, go. But along the line, I'm like, I will just come to her, babe. Do you know what?
You're right.
There was a day I was going, we were going to school. Somebody was
Uh,
asking me,
uh.
why is your girlfriend not really talking to me today?
Yes.
I wanted to tell the person, I think she has looked through you and seen how
Yes.
funny you are. But I just like try to like be diplomatic about it.
Yeah. Sometimes the only closure that your partner wants is for you to acknowledge that you have messed up. That's the fine line.
Yeah,
We can forgive
no cheating,
everything,
no.
but cheating is a no-no because apology needs a change in
If I
action.
really want to spend the rest of my life with this person, forgiveness should be paramount. I believe that when it comes to that, you do that better than me. Yes.
You know why? People will say, "Oh, just that thing. He did that to you. You took it very personal." I took it very personal because if it was me, I wouldn't do it to you.
Yeah, I understand that.
Hello, guys. This is Promise, the host of Simply Promise and You. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have any opinions, ensure to drop them in the comment section. It promises to be informative, educative, and entertaining. Welcome, guys.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Simply Promise and You. If this is the first time of coming across the channel, please make sure you like, share, always drop your thoughts on the comment section and subscribe. And it's a beautiful brand new day. And I remain Promise. And this is
And I am your usual and one and only co-host. I am Mariam.
okay. So today, since we are still in the month of February, and mostly our conversations would always premise more on love and relationship. But there's something that Maria pointed out earlier, and she wanted us to talk about it. So we would bring out the topic and we share our perspectives. And we would also expect you guys to let us know what you think about it too. So what are we talking about, Maria?
So today, we're going to talk about a big matter that not all couples are ready to hear about. So we're going to talk about forgiveness
We're going to talk about
towards
forgiveness.
your partner.
Oh my gosh.
Because there are some people who are amazed that we're still together up until now.
Yes, over
But
a year now.
yeah, to see it, I feel like 1 year is not really long compared to like married couples who were married for like decades. But I think in this generation they are amazed because it is very rare to find someone who is very faithful and loyal to you. And so yeah, it's happy that they can see it, but they don't know what's behind it. They think it's always rainbows and butterflies, but they don't know that there are also some things that couples are going through.
Yes.
Especially for us, and at the back of the camera, we also go through a lot. And I think we should talk about it, how to forgive and how is it important to forgive your partner.
Yeah, and to put this thing out there, I think it is very very important that we understand that we all come from different diverse backgrounds,
Yeah.
and because of our different diverse backgrounds, our background and upbringing are usually influenced by our cultural, religious, and family orientations. So because of that, there will always be conflicts. So which means such conflicts really need to be managed. And apart from these backgrounds we come from, we also have our personal ideologies. So two people might not necessarily agree with each other on the same issue. Just like twins can never be exactly the same.
Yes.
There are still differences. It could be mild or it could be severe, but there are still differences. Understanding these differences, I think it will also be one of the best ways to help in managing conflicts. And it can also help the partners to remember the wonderful gifts or the virtue of forgiveness. For us, I think, I don't know if I should say that I impose values also, which are contributing to me always wanting to fix things with you or get things right. Part of those imposed values could be the fact that I know that many people are watching us. Yeah, I know some people might be triggered. Why are you citing imposed values of people watching you guys to be on the basis for you guys to fix your issues? And it is still necessary. We can't really rule that out. I understand that we have really been through a lot and we have had our own challenges, and there are many people that are looking up to us, many people that would also be expecting us to fail. So sometimes when I realize that this journey has really been through a lot, we have been battered, we have been flogged, we have been whipped. So it gives me extra strength to like want to forgive or sort things out you. And then I think, but then again, the most important factor for me to want to ask for forgiveness or want to forgive or want to be forgiven is knowing that this is somebody they want to spend your life with. And if I really want to spend the rest of my life with this person, forgiveness should be paramount. It should not be something that should be optional. It should be paramount, because if there's no forgiveness, prejudice will pile up. And when there's an accumulation of prejudice, there'll be a flare or outburst that might not really be good for both parties. I think this has just it for me.
For me, okay, let's start with, you have said that we have cultural, religious, and personal differences, but I want to start with our own personal beliefs. There are some things that you have went through, such as traumas, and also it's the same thing as for me. I have my own traumas in my past. You have your own traumas in your past, and I think that when we are fighting, this is just a suggestion. When couples are fighting, you guys should also dig into it. If the partner doesn't like you to act a certain way, dig with it. What is the reason behind it? Talk to your partner. What led to this? Because attitudes of people doesn't really come out without any origin. You know what I'm saying? People act in a certain way because of certain reasons, and so I think that's one of the most important things. Also, for religious beliefs, I think that for that one we manage it very well, since we still have the common ground, and it's still we're both Christians.
Yes.
Even
though some people don't believe Latter-day Saints and Catholics are not Christians, we believe we are Christians. Yeah.
We still have the same ground, and I think that forgiveness is not easy.
Yeah.
But
it can be challenging.
But if your partner decided to like work on it and try to like forget about the things that you have done in the past, I think the best thing in your part that you should do is to assure your partner about the changes, because apology needs a change in action. And I think that forgiveness is especially for me. For other people, it's hard for me to forgive. Let me be honest.
Really?
It's very hard for me to forgive. You know why? People will say, "Oh, just that thing. He did that to you. You took it very personal." I took it very personal because if it was me, I wouldn't do it to you.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're
like, I can't do this to you. So why are you doing this to me? So I get that feeling.
If I'm that important to you, or if you say you love me, or if you say you want to be with me, then why are you doing such things that will hurt me? And last night we were talking about some things that led to this topic, and we have talked about the things that we have argued about, and it's true, we have been through a lot. We don't really share our problems in social media, as you guys can see, but if we share something, if we share something to you, that means we have already passed it. We have already learned our lesson.
Yes.
Whenever we want to share, some of my classmates are even asking me, we're not being racist here, but when it comes to media, like for example, us Filipinos, if you are living in the US, the media will tell you, "Oh, Philippines is a poor country, full of slums. There's no big cities. It's just like people living in a squatter area or something like that." But in reality, we have big cities here. We have developed cities. The same thing as Africans here in the Philippines. Social media tells us that, no, not just social media, but the whole media mostly tells us that Africans are abusive and aggressive.
Savages.
So people will ask me, "How is he with you?" And it came to a point where not only students asked me that, even professionals, in which I was so shocked because it was a sudden question. And when I think of it, actually, it's not being abusive. I think that you guys grew up with such strong boundaries. Because for us in the Philippines, we just tend to be like humble and say, "Oh, stop it, don't fight him, just say sorry, even if you're not the one who has
We
the
don't do
wrong."
that.
But for
We'll
them, we
come straight
don't
up.
hit. So I think knowing knowing your partner is very important, because if you really know your partner, there's a high tendency that you won't even listen to other people's opinions, because it's you and your partner in the relationship.
When conflicts arises, there are certain guidelines or certain teachings of, or should I say, policies that we were taught to use to be able to manage our challenges, and it was known as companionship inventory. I think for me, I don't know about other missions. In my own mission on Thursdays, we just sit down with your
Talk.
companion. We talk about things. Companion, what have you done this week? What haven't we done well? Then you can speak to your companion in love, things that they have done that you were not really happy. You're not telling them that to exalt yourself or to bring them down, but out of sheer love for them, so that you can be able to see improvements. Because as missionaries, you guys are not supposed to go out having or bearing grudges for each other. There wouldn't really be a flow in the missionary lessons, and if there are grudges, the Holy Ghost will not be manifest in your callings or your responsibilities. So I also believe that that is also one of the things that um, I feel like is very, very important. To be honest with you, in as much as I served as a full-time missionary, I believe that when it comes to that, you do that better than me. I believe there are some conversations that should not be had immediately.
Especially if you're in the heart of
Yes.
emotions.
Because when tempers are flaring, you might say things that you ought not to say. So usually for me, when I realize that things like everywhere is getting heated, one of the things I want to do, like I try to like talk about other things and talk about things that we know that we have in common. Talk about it. So as we're just talking about it, usually for me, I'll just be joking and be laughing. But then when I realize that our mind has been shifted to that, that is when I want to like, okay, let's talk about this. I might not really want to say, let's talk about it. Then I will just be bringing it in. But you don't know that we are talking about it. But then I feel like these are also something I also want to learn. And I want to improve on this. Sometimes when we are having these conversations, we want to have these conversations just to avoid the problem
Yes,
or not
yes,
to fight. In as much as that is good, I also think that we shouldn't just have those conversations on a surface level.
Yeah.
I believe that such conversations should be things that should be very, very constructive. There should be a purpose for that. The purpose should not be to just fill in or check in the blank. It's to be able to have something productive. It should also be a teaching moment. It should be a moment whereby it can also uplift the other person.
Yeah.
I believe during that conflict resolution period, you guys should be able to tell each other what you really admire about each other and not necessarily focus on the negative parts. If you are mentioning the negative parts, it should not be in such a way that it will keep that person downtrodden. But it is a way to remind that, because if somebody feels like you love them, they open up to you. And sorry to say this, like yesterday, we had a conversation last night.
Yes.
Yeah, to be honest, that was one of the best conversations I've ever had with her.
Yeah.
Like, I had to like tell her, you know what? I know I've messed up many times. You know what? Tell me everything you have felt so far. Let's talk about it.
I think okay. Sorry to cut you off. I think I got something in my mind now when you said that. Sometimes don't blame your partner if your partner thinks that it's very hard for her or for him to forgive you, because sometimes the only closure that your partner wants is for you to acknowledge that you have messed up. Because
Yes.
if every time your partner is telling you like explain to you, like just like last night I was explaining some things to him, and when he said that line, when he acknowledged it, that oh, I should have
Done
done
this
this
earlier.
earlier.
Yeah.
I know I messed up. Believe it or not, I was like a crazy woman tearing up at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, because it is very, very important that you identify the trigger.
Yeah.
And when you identify it is just like an infection.
Yes.
When you realize those things that are risk factors,
Yeah.
you
You
eliminate them.
eliminate it. Yeah.
Because if you don't eliminate them, it will
The
rise.
chance
The
will.
chances of the person getting sick. So I realized that, yeah, there are things that I wasn't doing right. And then I never knew that those things that I wasn't doing right, I should have ended it earlier.
And I think that especially for men, I think it is very essential for you guys to, as much as possible, as much as you want to like focus on providing, protecting your woman from other people or from other harm, make sure that you should also protect your partner from the harmful words or harmful actions that you do. So I think that for men, except for provision of money and material things and protection, I think that you guys should also remember, because sometimes I think you tend to forget that you're in a relationship with a woman, and a woman is naturally emotional, and sometimes woman needs to hear some things from you guys. Like we need an assurance by you telling us, assuring us that oh, babe, I won't do this again. I know the triggers, I understand it. Because if every time we try to open up, especially for me, I told him last night, I first apologized for the actions that I did, but I also explained it to him, the reason behind it. I explained it to him even before he quoted me that oh, you know, I'm this and that. I would like to, if I can, speak to my fellow eldest woman. I think our own version or our own definition of being independent is that we grew up having both of these energies, masculine and feminine energy, because we didn't have the choice. There are even some eldest women there who can fix their ceiling, who can fix the electric stuff, you know, the things that most men do. And we learned it because we were forced to do it, because we don't have any men in our lives. Though for me, I know that my dad is working hard for that, like he's not living with us. But back to my point, I apologize that I sometimes talk to him in a very masculine tone, but I also explain it to him that oh babe, if I try to like speak so feminine to you, please make sure that you don't dismiss me, because if you dismiss me, that feeling of like oh, there's a threat here, I'm not safe with this man, it will automatically push the button of my masculine energy and say I shouldn't be soft in I'm not safe with this, I'm not safe with this. Like I will have my defense mechanism, and I'll be acting like oh, am I talking to my fellow woman, because he's also being emotional right now, trying to dismiss me or trying to like argue with me. So I think it's a two-way. You should apologize first with your actions, because even if there's a reason for it, uh, just think of it. This the other person deserve it.
Yeah. She's right. For a woman to, I think we men we tend to forget about that. When a woman is just trying to like this, we'll be like, hey, you are disturbing me too much.
That word, oh my god,
And
that word.
see how I see it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to women. Sometimes I see women to be like our children.
Okay.
When a child is crying and they're always pointing here, like when a child is like crying, you see they're like crying. Then just know that there's a pain there. Just know that child is feeling pain there. So if a woman is like always pointing about something, or maybe is uncomfortable with a relationship you have with
Yes.
someone or friendship,
Yes.
or certain way you speak to
People.
people of the opposite sex.
Or just something that
Just
we do.
just know that, just like that child crying, pointing to a specific part of their body, just know that that is what is hurting them.
Yeah.
And when you realize that is what is hurting that child, what do? You go and fix it. Are you getting it? Maybe that child must have swallowed something.
Yes.
So that is it. So when the woman tries to like tell you, don't dismiss it. But then I understand they might not always get it right.
Yeah.
There are some concerns they might have that are purely emotional. That does not mean that they are stupid or they don't love you.
Yeah.
So I think for me, this is what I want to start doing. Your responsibility as a man is to do your best to explain to them, see this. But you are right, you have a point. Don't entirely dismiss them. Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Don't be like.
Don't be like,
Stop
"Stop,
it. You're
are you
disturbing
mad?
me."
Get up on here."
But I think you men should stop saying the word nonsense and disturbing, because
Yeah.
if you tell us that's nonsense, it's automatic in our minds. We'll overthink that. Oh, he doesn't care about my feelings because he thinks it's nonsense. So who am I? Who am I to him? And there's also one part in our vlog before where I have mentioned about something. No, is it me or Danny? Well, if you haven't watched it, I'll put it below. We have talked about that there are some people in my life who might have done something to him that have hurt him. And so for me as a partner, I think, oh, they have hurt my man. So it's equal. They have hurt me too directly. So for me, what should I do is to cut them off or confront them that, oh, you disrespected my man and you also disrespected me. But with some cases, mostly with men, they'll be thinking that, especially those pretending to be alpha, they will be saying, yes, this is my friend. She did something to my girlfriend, but that woman didn't do something wrong with me. So why should I cut her off, or why should I be mad at her? I think that it's very important for you to realize that we women are the ones. I think for me, we are the ones who get so hurt more than you guys if someone did something wrong to you. Just like what they say, even if the husband forgave the person who did something wrong to him, the wife takes notes. And that's what I was doing even if until now. And I'm thankful that he's also trying to understand about it, because for him he's a very chill guy. But for me,
I'm very chill, I'm very relaxed.
but for me, I don't know. Do you agree with it that my intuition and my sense is very strong when it comes
Yeah,
to
there are certain things, there are certain people that she has tried to like warn me about. And
Yes.
for me as a guy,
no,
I'm like,
he's chill.
I'm like, go. But along the line, I'm like, I will just come to her, babe. Do you know what?
You're right.
Like, there was a day we were going to school. Somebody was asking me,
uh.
why is your girlfriend not really talking to me today?
Yes.
I wanted to tell the person, I think she has looked through you and seen how
Yes.
funny you are. But I just like try to like be diplomatic about it.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. When avoid those things that will trigger your partner. And please remember to solve it. But it might not necessarily be immediately.
Yes.
It might not necessarily be immediately.
It's not overnight.
But make sure that you guys solve it
little by little.
And don't expect your partner to forgive immediately. That's what I have to say. Don't expect, for the fact that you think it's cool. Like someone like for me, I'll be like, okay, just move on. Understand that
word.
people are different.
Yeah.
They will move on, but just give them time.
And I think that's one of the reasons why your partner cannot forgive you easily is because you are trying to force your partner. Forgiveness shouldn't be forced. It should come from your partner's heart. And I think that, see, for this one, people might be thinking here right now, forgive, but what if it's about cheating? I think that's the best for us. We have this both perspective on it. That's the fine line.
Yeah,
we can forgive
cheating,
everything,
no.
but cheating is a no. We have talked about it even before. When I asked him, when he asked me about it, he was even joking that, no, you should forgive me. But when I asked him about it, the way he reacted, of course, as a man, he knows that he cannot forgive
No, I
someone
can't.
who cheats on him.
No.
And he also understands that I cannot also do the same. It's because we have been through the same trauma. We have been cheated on, both of us. And so, yeah, I think that's not part of your downs. You know, in a relationship, we have up and downs, but cheating is not part of your downs. Your downs, your argument should be about sensible things.
And
So I
and
guess
also when you, this is what I also want to say. This is what I've noticed. When you have a fight with your partner, don't take it outside.
yeah.
Because you know why? Let's do this. Imagine if I have a fight with her and I call my sister.
Oh,
Do you know?
yes.
Do you know? My thick African accent.
Do you know,
I was like,
Maria?
do you know that Maria? She did this to me. That girl disrespected me. Guess what?
They won't move on
They,
from it.
they will always choose their family member. Or Maria goes and tells her sister or family, do you know Promise did this? The next day, me and Maria might fix it.
Yeah. For us, it's nothing
Like,
wrong.
it's not who might fix it, but after fixing it, those people might not really see us the same.
The same. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying, I am not saying that you should not. There are certain things you can still discuss with your family members.
Yes.
But there are other things that you should take away from them.
Yeah.
It is very, very important. Always make sure you protect your partner. And for us, there are things that we said we don't want, we can't do. One of them is no unfaithfulness, no form of violence. Are you getting it? And like I said, this is very, very important, especially for women. Don't force women to heal immediately.
It's very bad.
Allow them to heal. And one of the best ways that you can help women heal is by showing up consistently.
Even if it's a little progress, it's still a progress. Yeah.
Showing
it's
up
not
consistently
overnight.
is very, very important. Like when a woman sees that,
He's trying.
this guy messed up, but he's trying his best, I promise you, her trust would slowly come back.
And I think this is the last thing that I would say. I think for me, when there was a certain month last year, where I think every week we are fighting, and that is true. Every week we are fighting. It came to a point where I was having this. I don't know if it's already hatred or almost hatred
For
towards
me.
him. Yeah, out of anger. And this is, one of the things that I've learned is that you should make your partner feel safe for her or for him to open up. Because if your partner feels like, oh, she's saying this again, this is nonsense. If your partner continually is hearing those words, it's nonsense, you're disturbing me, come on, stop this, your partner will tend to like keep it all by herself. And what will happen, especially for women, it will pile up inside and there will be hatred. And when there is hatred, you cannot force a woman to like fake love. And with that, I also want to share that I have read something. Even if your partner did something, except for violence and cheating, or except for that, if your partner did something that have hurt you and you are mad at him or her, you are very angry, you tend to say you hate her or you hate him. I have read it somewhere that changed my perspective. Even if you're mad, you should always remember, for me, there's a little boy inside of him that made him think or react that way. So we're not perfect. It's just really about communication and comprehension. Because even if you say you have communication, if you guys don't have comprehension with each other, you won't really understand each other.
And to end everything we have all discussed today, let me conclude by sharing something by the prophet of our church, our former prophet, President Thomas S. Monson. He said, remember, a person to be loved is more important than a problem to be solved.
You are always saying that to me.
I will say it again. A person to be loved is more important than a problem to be solved. Let love lead. Forgive and be intentional. So if our conversations today, to be honest with you, I love this conversation.
Sorry, I don't think I can. I will have more time. I will take time to edit this one.
Take time.
No, I don't think I will take time. I think it's very good that it's raw.
Yes. So please, I know most of you guys And this conversation must have triggered some of you,
Trauma.
and some of you, it has also given you a better perspective,
Mm.
and it has also given you pro relationship tips that
And
can
this
help you
is-
navigate your
And
partnership.
this is a way to also wake you up, especially those who are expecting a K-drama love life. This is the reality.
Yeah.
It's not always
There's no Prince
about
Charming here.
happiness and
You make your own
rainbows.
Prince Charming.
Yeah.
And if what we have shared today is very, very interesting, very, very helpful, please let us know under the comment section.
And if you post on it or you have your own thoughts about it, you can also share. And if you like this video, please share it to your family and friends, and we'll see you on our next video.
Babe, give it to me.
Bye.
Bye.